Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today we are going to play some more Tower of Babel. Now I did run a few characters, or two of the other characters through some to kind of test out levels 2 and level 3, and I didn't record it, but I did test out the Demon Slayer, Demon Hunter, and the Skull Crusher. So to have both of those kind of tested out, I just did the initial run. I'll do a run with them later, but they went okay. Yeah, I'd never played the Skull Crusher before. Skull Crusher is really nice. I like he has like a little whirlwind effect. The Demon Hunter seems just extremely powerful. I don't recall playing the Brawler either. So let's try that today. The Brawler, it says a relentless brawler hardened through rigorous training, seeking ever stronger opponents, excels in close quarter combat with swift strikes and movement. So basic attack performs a flurry of rapid punches infused with fighting spirit, hitting the enemy multiple times. Special attack is a charge, so we get some movement-based special attack, and unleashes an energy burst that stuns nearby enemies, becoming invincible during the charge. So that seems pretty cool. From starting attributes, it looks like to be dex-based. So dexterity might be more of help than strength, but you never know. I think all of these abilities end up being useful to every character. For instance, if you really like the special attacks and you want to use them more often, I kind of think you need intelligence for the mana regeneration. So actually on the Skull Crusher, I found I really like the special whirlwind thing. So I thought investment in intelligence and getting more mana so you can kind of, whirlwind more is a pretty cool idea. So each of these characters just start off with nothing. They basically have a starter weapon and a starter chest and nothing else. And the money seems to be for each character. Let me go through and go to the Demon Hunter. So that he had 60. Let's check out 60. So I think the money is shared. And then your equipment within the chests are shared. The problem with the equipment in the chests is the character that found it seems to be the only character that can really use it, unless I think it's maybe if it's a legendary, it might be different. So be careful of that. When you equip, or actually when you find items, you'll see like a sword will be on the ground. And then with the Demon Hunter, because she uses a bow, once she picks it up, it becomes a bow. So it's kind of an interesting concept as far as how the loot structures work. But it seems I'm perfectly fine with it. Let's go in here. I did run the Demon Hunter on floor 3. She is really powerful. So I'm going to try floor 3 for this monk-based Fists of Fury dude. Oh, that's kind of cool. Just really fast attacks. Interesting. I do seem to recall this basic attack. Maybe I did play this guy in the pre-release. Earth Spike. Well, we haven't tried Earth Spike yet. Mana Restoration. I might like the special. So, spikes rise from the ground. Attack can make 30% chance to stun for 1 second. Well, I think I'm going to do some Mana Restoration just to get my ability to do the special. Oh, that special is kind of cool, actually. Is it dependent on how long I hold the button down? No. Oh, it just does it twice. If you hold the button down, it picks a direction and does it twice. Let's see. Double range, double special attack, or movement speed. Now, range might be nice with these punches to be able to kind of punch farther. So I'm going to try that. Stay ever so slightly farther away might be fairly beneficial. So I'm going to bless my basic attack here. and see if I can, get that to show up more. And then we are going to take the basic attack. Unfortunately, I took a little bit of damage there because I was going through some of the selections. So Spear and Light, Ice Spike, and Lightning Strike. Now, we've been getting Ice Spike quite a bit. Divine Beam pierces all enemies in a straight line. I don't think I've taken Spear of Light. Let's see what it does. Not sure I like that, but maybe you can get more beams. That would be nice if it just kind of came down and added more beams. But let's get basic attack leveled up 3 times. That'll certainly be nice. There are destructible items in the game, so be sure. Typically, the destructible items end up having gold in them, and collecting gold is very useful. I'll definitely take the resurrection there. I was gonna say reservation. I can have a reservation at my favorite restaurant for brawling. The resurrection. So here we got Spear of Light 2, Divine Beam pierces all enemies straight line. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't like the random areas, but we should try it. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and just take Spear of Light again and see if, maybe if you get some additional projectiles or something, it'll come in with two beams. I don't know. Adding more beams to that seems like it would be nice. I just keep loading up on the basic attack. Let's collect some, and I have to go backwards sometimes and just collect some experience points. And floor 3 has a boss, and thus also has a much longer time frame. So this is a 20-minute run at the start, so that's kind of an interesting difference. Now, I do like some slowing movement. It kind of breaks up the masses a little bit. Like if they go across it, they slow down, and the game isn't quite able to coordinate as well on your location. Take the magic find. I'm taking a lot more damage with this guy than the others. I think just the need to be up close and personal with this guy's a little more risky. So it'd be nice to get some armor or something to drop. Now this fire orb would be nice to have some orbs are orbiting me and doing some damage. So that's nice. I like that. I would actually bless that skill. These big punching bags here that are moving towards me, those guys end up being annoying. I'm gonna take attack power and just see if I can keep cranking my fists of rage up. I do think attack power actually applies to several things. It's not just your basic. I think it's basic and special, like attack speed here. I'm going to reroll and see if I can get some type of a thing that I haven't seen yet. So meteor strike, range. Do again. Life regeneration. I'm going to take that. The lightning strike for 3 levels would be nice. I do want some way to kind of heal myself because I'm taking quite a bit of damage. I have no way to heal myself yet. So having some form of healing would be nice. I already see my life going up, so that's good. Got quite a bit of experience kind of tucked away down here. So Blood Whirlwind is a secondary way to heal. I think I'm going to bless it. And then I'm actually going to take Sanctuary. So I like Sanctuary because it'll knock back some things and everything will just start taking some type of damage when they get close to me. And I kind of like that to just help eliminate some of the things directly around you. You're going to end up taking less damage. I'm going to take Corpse Explosion, and oh my gosh, okay. Now I remember why I don't like the special attack. It doesn't go in the direction you're telling it to. It just picks a direction and goes. So that is not a favorite of mine. I'm not going to be doing any more special attack stuff unless it's very empty screen. And that stinks. I was kind of thinking I would like the special attack, but maybe you just have to hold it. So it did say you're invulnerable. Maybe you have to hold it down until you get to some place that you like and then stop. Now for duration 3, I think I am good. Let's try it. Okay, now that time I didn't take any damage. These spiky dudes are really rough on me because they just get too close. Come on, spiky dude, die, die, die. Okay, spiky dudes are pretty rough. There's a medallion, so, or amulet, sorry. I think some of them are called medallions, some are called amulets. I'm going to take the life regeneration. At level 3, you start seeing the amulets drop. So that is one advantage of being on this level, is you have a chance to drop amulets, which is another, slot that you can fill in. I take basic attack and see if I can pump that basic damage up a bit. Now, I do have this elite kind of trying to get me, but oh boy. He can run after you. That's kind of interesting. We do have a blue chest over there. Oh boy. So far, I don't necessarily like all of that. Like, that beam doesn't seem to be all that great. I do like the... I don't know. We'll see. I do like the corpse explosion. Purge is the one I was thinking about. Yeah, that purging light seeks out enemies and deals massive damage, targets elite enemies first. But I'm going to do the blood whirlwind and see if we can just get some ability to regenerate and top off our health really quick. Oh, there's a magnet laying here. It's very good. I'm going to do movement speed. Let's get out of the way there. Another magnet. It stinks that we picked it up, but... let's go with Sanctuary again. I don't see anywhere around edges of the screen where we missed an item. So I think I'm missing it. I don't see a place for us to go retrieve an item that's... Swamp of the Dead, Spirit Flight. So Spirit Light, I still don't see another deal there. I'm going to, another like beam showing up. So I'm going to re-roll and see what we get. Basic attack, auto pickup raise, special attack. Honestly, I'm going to ban special attack. I don't want it. And then identify. Okay, we do have 2 weapons here, right? Maybe let's identify this one and get a better fist. So 8.5, 1 dex, 2.8% minimum damage, 4.1 damage to long range enemies, 3.9% to damage enemies. There. Okay. So basically you can't start wearing an item until it's identified, and you don't get a lot of identifies. Right now I just have 2. I'm not really sure how to get more. I think you either have to buy them or earn them somehow with bosses. But I have 2 at the moment. So, ooh, we got a pair of boots that's a legendary. I'm going to pump that sanctuary up a bit. Let's pick this guy up. Next time we level up, I'm probably going to go ahead and just identify those boots. You can see between the blood tornado and the regen, we are keeping our health a little better, in a little better place. If I can go back and eliminate a skull, I think that beam of light, I probably would have taken it. But I took it because I think it had 2 levels on it at the time. So it's a good time to try it out and see if it's a skill that you would like. I'm interested if it offers more greater projectiles or something. I would be interested to see if that would add a beam. Here, it adds additional projectiles or attacks. So let's see. So let's see if it adds a beam here. I'm going to give it a shot. It didn't look like it had a beam. And maybe it's adding more attacks to my basic attack. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, I took it, so maybe it did. Oh, wait, there's the second beam. Okay, okay. I think what the game does is, remember it said plus 30%. So I think what it's going to do is like it adds that percent and gives it a chance to have that extra beam. All right, now I like the spear a little bit better, so I'm just going to take it and see if it gets better and better. So now we're firing 2 and 1. We're not always firing 2, but we're getting a decent amount of 2s out. So that could be okay. Just going to go on XP collection deal there. Can't read. Can I ban? I'm going to ban mana restoration too because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to take duration because those beams of light, I think they will have duration. There's a little chest for us. Oh, I forgot to identify. I'm going to get some of these environmental things broken and collect some gold as well. Now we've got some slime. So what you'll notice in the game is that as you advance through the game, or I should say the run, right? So as you advance through the run, you'll face hordes of different monsters for periods of time. So right now we're in the munching, floating mouth, and slime phase. I'm not sure what the munchy mouths are called, but the other ones are basically slime. So we've got this goblin coming at us. I'd like to take care of him, but getting hit a little bit. Not too bad. All right, we got some items off of him. Got these big dudes now. One thing I am happy is that the 50% projectile count. I'm going to take that. Even though let's see if we get 3 at any point. But we're getting 2 fairly consistently now, so that's interesting. Huh. Okay, I'm down with this Spear of Light. I like it better now. I'm going to do basic attack and see I do like basic attacks on all of the characters in that, at least that I remember. It's your biggest way to hit things, you have it at the start and you're going to always have it throughout the run. So it's a pretty good skill to improve. Sword here, and when you see I got a sword, but if I go look at my inventory right now, I'll have some form of like wraps, like fist wraps. Whoa. Something's nailing me right there. Oh, it's these purple balls of death. So again, this is a new monster that came to the party and joined things, and I wasn't paying attention to the types of attacks that were coming at me. So it's kind of the first time that you start, that particular monster in this run. It's the first time that we're getting any things thrown at me. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the extra damage at the moment. So I gotta watch out for the purple ball attacks. Quite frequent, so. Did I kill that goblin? I don't think so. I think it ended up, me not being able to kill it quickly enough. Maybe I did kill it. I just didn't notice. I was too panicked by all those purple balls hitting. So now that is quite an advancement on Spear of Light. So we'll go and do that, and hopefully it starts killing more things. At the moment, it seems to do a significant amount of damage now. I was dogging on that Spear of Light, but it's not too bad once you get multiple projectiles. I get some more chances to select increase projectiles, I'm gonna do that actually. Blood Whirlwind 1, Spear of Light. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Blood Whirlwind and get some more, regen and stuff going from that. We're at the 9-minute mark. I believe the boss will show up when there's 5 minutes left. So just be cognizant of that. It doesn't count all the way down. You get some time to fight the boss. At 5 minutes, which you'll see, pretty sure it's 5 minutes. At the 5-minute mark, I believe all the monsters that you're fighting on the screen will kind of disappear. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, loot goblin. I don't think I've ever seen those in any game. Wink, wink. Yeah, the loot goblin is here. Hey, it's a mechanism that works. Players love it or hate it. I don't know. I think for the most part, having a loot goblin come out is a pretty nice way to increase your power levels. First, when you get some extra loot, everybody likes loot, especially in games like this. Let's go see what's in this barrel. Damage there, because did a good job. Alright, I'm gonna take basic attack since we're going up twice. I already like taking basic attack. You can hear in the sounds that let's identify again. And you can hear in the sounds the sounds of fury coming out of my fists more often. So you know that the attack speed has increased quite a bit. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So between the sanctuary and the fire orbs, I like the extra deterrents that we have kind of floating around us. So here, before I forget, I'm going to do an identify because I do have a legendary set of boots. So I'm going to identify that. It's on Shattering Explosion. So it works with Frost Arrow. Scatters 3 ice shards in random directions upon hit. Got a bunch of other goodies. Let's go and put that on. Now it's our only other identify, but I figure what the heck, it's a legendary. Let's give it a shot. Now this Spear of Light's going to add 50% more, so I'm wondering if it's going to go to 3 beams here some of the times it fires. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm kind of down with this Spear of Light now. I wasn't a fan in the beginning, but it's getting better and better. Being able to shoot 3 beams out is quite interesting. Let's do more Sanctuary and just get some damage floating around me some more. It's nice. Some more gold. There's a little wheat slime. That's kind of cool. So, ooh, big guy was coming right at me. And beams took him out. Thank you, Beams of Light. Sanctuary, we're going to get 3 levels off of that. I'm pretty big generally on the 2 fur, 3 fur, and 4 fur. You do have abilities in the tree to make that increase of multiple levels happen more often. So be aware if you really, really like a skill, you're not guaranteeing that you'll see the skill in a run, but when you do find it, you can make it so that the skill will generate multiple levels more often. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to take the second resurrection just to ensure we'll probably get in and kill the boss during this run. So far, so good. I am not happy with this run at all. It's got about a minute more to kind of just work our way through things. When you have about a minute left, what I would suggest is you kind of work your way back towards an area where you have some experience points just kind of laying around, and then work on adding to that collection, right? Like there's the magnet there, so you can kind of remember where the magnet is, right? Just work on adding a bunch of extra experience points everywhere. So we're about 521. Taking a little bit of damage. For the boss hits, I am going to go ahead and take that magnet and then see if we can get a bunch of level ups here. I'm going to take Corpse Explosion to 3. My basic attack would be nice to get upgraded again. There's a load of gems coming in there. I'm going to do the Spear of Light to 12. So here's the boss. It's the Skeleton King. You've never heard of fighting a Skeleton King before. Boy, this is a lot harder in close range. So, yeah, a lot harder. I think I'm going to die and use my resurrection again. Okay, well that was certainly more difficult than fighting with the Demon Hunter. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill him. We'll have to see here. It's not looking terrible, but I only have one more resurrection. So I think what I need to do when the ground gets crazy is to get the heck out of dodge with my special ability, and hopefully I don't launch myself towards him. Okay, I got rid of that. Oh, let's go. Oh, okay. So even though I was in it, I was still within my movement. Where's he at? Here he is. Oh boy. That actually launched me kind of back into him. Okay, I have one more resurrection left. So I need to get in there on him, and he's almost dead. So I can survive long enough to just get him down. That'll be nice. There we go. Nice. Okay, that was a pretty good run, honestly. So you just need to run around and collect what you can. You're looking for items and gold at the end because the experience isn't going to help you. So we made it. Cleared floor 3 with the, I'm just going to call him the monk because he's a fist-based warrior. So when you clear a level, I'll mention this again here. When you clear a level, you get to keep all the items you find. If a run fails, it's noted right here at the top. A goblin may steal some of your items. So if you fail a run, which I'm sure we will in the future, a little goblin will come out and kind of mark some of these items with X's, and you don't get to keep them. However, there are ways to keep it. We'll do that when we get back to town here. So let's identify our items with the mysterious translator. So he identifies everything for us. The next thing we can do is go over to the merchant here. What you'll see with the merchant is, get to the screen there. So you see where it says lost up here? Do the trigger, yeah, lost. So if I fail to run, all the items that the goblin marked with an X will be on this screen. Expensive. It won't be fun to buy necessarily. However, if you really want one of the items that the goblin marked for keeping, you can actually buy it in the screen. I think that's kind of a cool concept, personally. Now, one thing to note here is I do like, we're starting to see some socketed items and seeing a ring. So I haven't found a ring yet, I don't think. But before we do anything here, I want to run back over here, kind of get near the chests, and then I want to do some item selection. So we have a number of items now that we can equip, and they're all identified. And we found quite a few legendaries again. Blessed Mana restores 2 mana per second while inside Sanctuary. So that improves Sanctuary. That's pretty nice. So +3 strength, +3 dex, damage to enemies, damage to small enemies. I think I'm just going to put that on. It's damage is a little less than the rare, but still good. Now we just have a basic gi. So this new one is Earth of Chaos. So total armor, evasion, vitality, recover life every 3 seconds. I do really like that one. It's a low percentage chance, but if you hit it, eventually every 3 seconds, it's going to hit at some point. And also, you can stack that particular percentage with other pieces of equipment that happen to have that skill on it as well, or modifier, I should say, not skill. 4.7% damage reduction below 35% life, and then Earth Spike plus 100% damage and projectile count. Spikes erupt at random locations. I don't know about the random locations. Probably makes it a lot less effective, but when they hit, they're really going to tear into them. So now this is legendary gloves. So you got to be careful because your weapons look like gloves as well, but really they're wraps, I would say. But Polar Blizzard. So quite a bit of armor on this one. I like that. Special attack, projectile count, basic attack, projectile count, skill cast, chance to recover 1% life on hit. That's kind of cool. You hit a lot with this particular build. It's a particular character, I should say. So that is going to be one that we are going to equip as well. Now, here we do have a belt slot. So we have 3 belts. Let's take a look at these. This one's 7 armor, a skill reroll, some random stats. 7.7 armor, 3 intelligence, chance to recover 1% life on kill, damage reduction, 7.6 armor, evasion chance, armor, elemental damage reduction when hit, counter with a basic attack. So I kind of like that counter. So I'm going to take and equip this one. I'm not saying it's the best belt. Everybody's going to have their preferences, but it's a belt I like. Did we find a helmet? So we need helmet, ring, and medallions, right? Don't think we found a helmet there. Heck, I don't think we found a helmet at all other than this basic one. So let's see. Did we get a blue ring or amulet? No. All right, let's check the basics because... So amulet-wise, there's just one amulet, right? So Moonstone Amulet plus 1 to all resists. Even though you're not magical, I'm going to throw you on there for the resist. Now we have a helm. There's one helm here for 12.1 armor, 10 armor. Oh, and then there are these headbands. So Acolyte headband is more 14.2, 14.3. So let's equip this one. Then I think we're pretty much done with these, right? Yeah, let's check the damage on these wraps here. All right. Now what I'm going to look for are items that have like maybe 3 of these stars here, like this faded item here. Faded blade. I'm not sure why it's called a blade when it's a pair of gloves, but beats me. That's only 3. Now this is a rare item for warrior. So you can find items that other classes use. Okay. All right, well, with this character, we're going to go over and do the merchant. So the thing I'm going to do with the merchant is go to the sale. Oops. I'm going to switch to the mouse because it does weird stuff. You can do this, so I can just sell all. So it sells everything. Now I have 3,268. You don't get a ton of money, honestly, for selling a lot of stuff. So poison resistance, dark resistance, skill cast speed, attack speed, chance to recover 1% on critical hit, damage to large enemies. This is the only way I can get a ring at the moment, so sure. There we go. You have to right click on it, by the way. I don't think I'm buying anything else because I can find items in the tower. So, but what I do want to do here is do some increases on my character. So I'm going to take what I kind of like to do. I have 2,228. So I think I'm going to take 5 in dex and strength. Sorry. 5 in vitality. Then put a few in intelligence. Well, hold on. Mana restoration, all magic resist. Sure. All right, so we're down to 65 gold. Not too bad. Yeah, I kind of like that character. I think my favorite, I think the most powerful character I've played so far is a Demon Hunter. But I really like the Skull Crushers spins the spear while moving, dealing damage to nearby enemies. So we're gonna call it there for the night. It's evening for me, so I said night. But anyways, I hope you like this. Check out the game. I think it's pretty cool. I'd tell you if I didn't, and you might not like it, but it is a pretty cool game. I like the different characters. Like I've said in the previous video, um, my one complaint about the game is that the environments in the tower are kind of limited at the moment. And also, when you're in the tower, what I would like to see the devs do is put in some sort of a questing system, or where you are assigned tasks, or you find more encounter type things, where something active is happening, not just monsters running at you all the time. So that would be interesting to see. We'll see if they do something like that in the future. I hope they do continue development on this game. It is really, really deep as far as items and stuff go. And also, I forgot to show this, Hearth of Souls. I collected 8 souls. So when I'm in here, I can go ahead and, kind of target what I would like to improve. I didn't even see this last time. I like this idea of just having my basic attack go up. So you start here and you can work your way to different areas and unlock different things. But let's see for a moment what you get here. So combo. Basic attack becomes a combo. During basic attacks, the third and fourth punches are thrown as hooks. The fifth last punch becomes 50% stronger, but the maximum number of basic attack punches is limited to 5. Maximum attack. Basic attacks from limited to 5. Interesting. Hook damage increases to 10. First throw the first. Well, that's a mistake in the spelling there. And second basic attack punches as hooks. Enemies hit by a hook punch have a 25% chance to be stunned. And then perfect combo chances increases by 400% when performing the last punch. Interesting. So punch, barrage, and explosive fist storm. Interesting. So what's this one do? Basic attack becomes an explosive fist storm, dealing 80% area explosion damage. Its range greatly increases, but it no longer always pierces enemies. Interesting. That would be interesting to try out. Basic attack becomes barrage. Barrage is an attack that wildly extends punches in random directions within a wide forward angle. Increases by 10%. I always like the perfect punch type thing. That's kind of cool. The 18th punch always triggers a perfect punch. That's hilarious. Perfect punch range and damage increase by 15%. Enemies hit by perfect punch become exposed weakness for 3 seconds. So I think what I'm going to do is this one's 1, 2, and 3. So do the basic. We got some exposure up here. So I'll look to do the next 5. I don't know if I got 8 souls with the other characters. I might have 8 with the Demon Hunter. But anyways, we're going to wrap stuff up. I just wanted to show you that Hearth of Souls. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the game. Let me know what you think of, playing in the tower, kind of the items and progression and things that you can do in the game. I think it's fairly extensive and there's a lot of fun to be had here. We'll try the wizard the next time and see how that goes. That's always kind of my least favorite character to play in games like this, is a spellcaster. But I know many people, that's the first character they pick out. So it's kind of fun to work through the characters in an order that you enjoy. But I hope everybody is doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.